Good morning, Capricorn folks. So let's see what Libra season holds for you guys. Astrologically, Pluto will be stationing direct in your sign. That is you taking back your power to rebuild whatever it is that's been destroyed over these last few months in the Capricorn area of your natal chart. We also have the solar eclipse that is happening on October 2nd. That it will be happening in a conflict with your sign in a square. So there could be something like this. It's a beginning of a release, a beginning of an end type of eclipse that's happening. It's happening at 10 degrees. So if you're in have personal placements in the middle of Capricorn, you might see some conflict with that. You might see some things come up that are forcing you to change directions. And then you have Mars opposite your sign. And that Mars is super feisty. So, your interactions with others could get a little spicy during this time. So just kind of keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and pull some cards for you guys. I did the first card. Libra season as a whole. 9 of Swords. This is anxiety. It's depression, it's nightmares, it is a rough time. So about the first half, Pluto stations direct on October 11th, I believe it is. So like the first half, little over the first half of Libra season, we've got that last push to end whatever needs to end in the Capricorn area of your chart. To close out that old cycle that's been going on for the last 16 years. You may be trying to cling to things that are trying to leave your life. You're trying to keep things from ending. And that's stressful. It's difficult. And what's going to end up happening is the universe is going to end it for you if you don't let go and let it end on its own. So keep in mind, it could be a very difficult time. Again, that eclipse that is happening is a solar eclipse that's happening with the South Node. This is a release, right? So it's a beginning because it's a new moon, but it's South Node, so it's release, it's letting go. In Libra, that is relationships, friendships, partnerships, things of that nature. And then again, Mars opposite your sign, that is a difficult basically a trigger that's happening. It's an emotional trigger that's happening. So your interactions with others, people could be approaching you looking to pick a fight, start an argument, things like that. So just keep that in mind as you're going through. This could be a very difficult time. Also, Saturn, your ruling planet, is still retrograde in Pisces. It's forcing you to face reality. It is forcing you to, it's trying to force you to not try to run away from the hard things. It is forcing you to make sure that you have good, strong boundaries emotionally and spiritually. It's forcing you to trust your intuition and make sure that you're maintaining your boundaries that way as well. It's a difficult thing because Capricorn is kind of like a always in control type of energy, and it's also a very grounded energy. So getting lost in like the spirituality and letting go of control and letting the universe do what it's got to do can be very difficult. So make sure that you're paying attention to your emotions as they come up and you're dealing with them. It could be a very difficult time for you during this time. Okay. Something unexpected. Just keep in mind it's all to rebuild something. We've gotten so used to Pluto being in Capricorn. Now we're having to let go of that control and we're having to rebuild our foundations from a different point of view. So it's difficult. We got really used to having that power in Capricorn, and now it's time to let all of that go. Okay. What is something unexpected for Capricorn during Libra season? 7 of Cups. So there could be a lot of stuff going on. It could create some confusion. It can make it hard for you to really see things clearly. It might almost feel like everything happens at once, right? So just kind of, if it feels like things are getting overwhelming, make sure you're taking the time to step back from the situation and reassess. Because there could be a point in time where like you're going along and everything's all great and dandy, and then boom, it all hits at one time. Just keep that in mind if you are starting to feel overwhelmed. Okay. How to stay grounded. The World. This is actually the Saturn card. Let those old cycles end. It's interesting here. Okay, so since Pluto has been in Capricorn, this whole hustle culture thing has just grown and grown and grown and grown, and it is overwhelming people. Everybody feels like they have to be working 24/7. You have to be doing something productive all the time, right? And it has been overwhelming, I think, for the collective as a whole. It's just been too much, and we're all tired. We're all exhausted. We're all just worn out from feeling like we have to work 24/7, okay? And it's time to let that end, okay? So how to stay grounded is letting these cycles close out, especially when you're starting to feel overwhelmed. If you're feeling like there's too much on your plate, if you're getting exhausted, you feel like you can't keep everything together, there's more stuff going on than what you can handle, let some of it go. Like, make sure we're letting go of this cycle of having to be doing something all the time. It's okay to rest. It's okay to take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? I do think this is going to be, these next 2 months actually, are going to be a bit difficult for Capricorn placements. I'm a Capricorn rising. So it's been a little bit difficult in that having to close out and end the stuff that I've been building. I've spent the last 16 years building, right? So that's a hard release to let go of. And it can be stressful. It can cause some anxiety. It can cause a lot of depression and nightmares and struggles, okay? But it's a necessary part of life. We have to let old cycles die in order to be able to move forward into a new one. And there's just no reason for everybody to be so overwhelmed all the time. This is not what we were created for, okay? An important emotion. 3 of Cups. So you're not alone, okay? Keep in mind that you're not the only person who's overwhelmed. It's like the whole world is overwhelmed right now, okay? So remember, you have friends, you have places to escape to when things get too heavy. I'm not saying escapism is a good thing, but sometimes it's necessary to give yourself a little break, give your mind a little break. So just keep in mind that you're not alone in this, and you can reach out to the people around you. People around you may be reaching out to you because they are also feeling overwhelmed as well. And sometimes you just gotta let go and have a little bit of fun, even when things are hard. Something that will inspire Capricorn during Libra season. We got 2. We got Knight of Cups and 5 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, sometimes when you're struggling, people around you are like, oh, hey, let me help, right? But 9 times out of 10, they're not actually genuine in their offer. It's almost like they're pretending to be helpful. But Capricorn's a very strong energy. It's a very independent energy. Quite often, when people with prominent Capricorn energy are offered help, there's almost like the person's wanting something from you because they really see you as a strong person who can do it yourself. You don't really need the help, right? You get blown off anytime that you ask for help. But this is giving me this feeling of like people around you seeing that you're struggling and they're like, ooh, here's my chance. And they come in, right? But I feel like with that Saturn retrograde in Pisces, Capricorn energy has been super intuitive lately. And you can see that coming from a mile away, and you're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to have those boundaries that Capricorn knows how to have. And you are going to make sure that you're protecting your peace and you're not allowing someone to come in and take advantage of a vulnerable situation, especially because Capricorn is very rarely in a vulnerable situation, okay? And there is an inspiration in that standing up for yourself, okay? And there's 10 of Wands on the bottom, so it's like you're just carrying a lot. And somebody else is coming in like, here, let me help you. knowing full well that they're not actually wanting to help you, okay? They're trying to weasel their way in for something because you are always going to rebuild. And maybe they're trying to get in there. They've seen you do this time and time again. And now they're trying to get in there to be on the bottom floor while you rebuild, right? Because they want to ride your coattails. Just keep that in mind if you are seeing people who are trying to like come in and help you. Make sure you're listening to your intuition and standing up for yourself and tell them, no, I'm good, thanks, if you need to. Spirit guides speaking to Capricorn during Libra season. My goodness. The Sun and the Lovers. Oh, okay. So, once Pluto stations direct again, Capricorn's going to be right back on top of things. Even with Saturn retrograde, I actually love that Saturn retrograde. It's one of my favorite retrogrades. As long as you're on the up and up on everything and you're not using people or lying or whatever, you're good to go. But it does help that intuition. It triggers a lot of intuition. It helps you intuitively know where to have boundaries. But you may see like friendships. Again, this is your important emotion, this like fun, energetic type of energy. You do have spirit guides speaking to you, telling you do have people in your corner. And there are people in your corner that are going to lift you up. They're going to hype you up. They're going to help you maintain a good confidence, even in this like hard situation where things just feel heavy and your anxiety is going, a little too much, right? Your spirit guides are all letting you know that you're not alone in it. There are people in your corner. There are people that are always going to be there for you. There are people out there that are not out there just to take advantage of you and to ride your hard work to the top, okay? Now, how to best support yourself. How can Capricorn best support themselves? Six of Cups. Look for that innocence. Look for that feeling of simplicity, right? To go back to the whole Pluto and Capricorn making hustle culture such a big thing. It's like everybody is just so stressed out all the time, always trying to make more money, and have more stuff and do more things. Take the time. So this is how to stay grounded, closing out those old cycles, the old cycle of being overwhelmed and having too much on your plate and having so much stuff going on at one time. Get back to that more childlike. Capricorn, it's an old soul type of energy, but Capricorn gets younger with age. You're so serious for so long. At some point, it starts just going, you know what? Screw this. I'm not going to be like that anymore. I'm going to have some fun, right? Try to get back to that childlike fun, innocence, peace. We do have Three of Wands on the bottom, so there are new things, like the things that you've been trying to build, they're coming in. You just got to close out the old cycles to make room for them first. But definitely look for the fun times. Look for the people that are truly in your corner, the people that are really hyping you up and being there for you, rather than the ones that are just trying to, ride off of your hard work. And go back to that fun. Go sit outside. Go have a picnic. Go trick-or-treating. I know it's not Halloween yet, but, that's October later. But, get out there, have fun, enjoy life. Take a break from things being so hard. Take a break from things being so heavy and feeling like you have so much responsibility. You shouldn't have to have that much responsibility, okay? Just enjoy life a little bit. Make space for the fun. Okay, so let's pull some clarifiers for our Nine of Swords. What is causing this anxiety and this depression? the nightmares. Remember to lean on those good people that really are there, that really are truly there for your best good. Okay. Nope. We have Eight of Pentacles. So much work. Constant work. Always feeling like you've got to be doing something. You always have to be productive. You don't. You really don't. There's nothing wrong with zoning out on some Netflix in the evening. There's nothing. You don't have to be producing something at all times. Five of Pentacles. Oh, look, we got a whole bunch. That's like a whole deck. I don't want that. But we are going to take that. We have Five of Pentacles. And the Tower. So, again, I'm a Capricorn rising, so I might relate this to myself just a little bit. It's like you've been working so hard and getting nowhere. It's like there's this energy of no matter how much work you put in, no matter how hard you try, it's never enough. There's always something missing. You're always kind of left out, feeling like it's just not quite enough. And this can lead to workaholic, greed type of energy, and that is exhausting, okay? There is a Tower moment that's happening. There is something that's crumbling. That Pluto retrograde is crumbling the last of those foundations. And you've gotten so used to it just being what life is that this Tower is going to throw you off, right? Even though it's the right thing, it's the thing that needs to happen so that you can find a better space of peace and find a better mindset and get into a nice, calm, more childlike, having fun, enjoying life type of energy. It's going to be so uncomfortable because you've gotten so used to hustling all the time, okay? And it's going to feel really weird to Capricorn energy to have to be giving up that working all the time. Truth be told, there could be job losses that happen here, and things like that. So if these things are happening, these Tower moments are happening, don't harp on it too much. It's a necessary thing. Pluto is an incredibly karmic sign. Our planet in Capricorn is ruled by the planet of karma. So when these endings happen, they have to happen. That's all. Both Pluto and Saturn are also the planets of death. They're the planets of Pluto is the planet of transformation. It ends things in order for new things to begin. Saturn just flat out ends things. Okay, so you may see some big endings happen during this time that could really make you feel nervous and anxious. Just keep in mind that has to end to get into this more peaceful mindset and the more peaceful space in your life. On the bottom, we have Five of Swords, so there's some shadiness going on here. There's maybe somebody interferes with your job. There's gossiping. There's sneaky behavior. There's lies. Saturn retrograde in Pisces is bringing those things up. They're bringing them to light. So just only trust the people that you really know and make sure you're listening really good to your intuition, and let the universe take control this time. Okay, let what will be and rebuild from there. So let me pull. I have not used my Rebel deck in a long time, but I had a feeling some people needed yelled at. So what is influencing Libra season 4 Capricorn? What is influencing Libra season 4 Capricorn? Can't. Oh God, I love this deck. I don't know why I don't use it more often. Take a shot. Don't take 12. Take 1, maybe 2, and then move on. That really fits. That absolutely fits. We also have take a fucking trip. Go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. Very much. Go have some fun. Take the time to enjoy life. Find the inner child. Capricorn actually loves to have fun. Don't let the workaholic nature get in the way of that, okay? That's kind of the whole purpose of Capricorn, building these foundations so that they can enjoy the future, right? We're in the future. It's time to let go and enjoy life a little bit. So what is the advice for Capricorn during Libra season? Oh, there's one that's flipped over. Let's go this one. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Clean yourself up. Like, I am not generally one to tell people to like pull themselves up by their bootstraps or anything like that, but it is a very Capricorn energy to do that. This is going to be hard. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be anxiety inducing. As much as I hate to say it, Capricorn, get yourself in the shower, make yourself look pretty, get dolled up, do whatever you gotta do, and go out and have some fun and find a way to enjoy your life even during the hard times.